Prince Harry has just been rushed to the hospital, and the royal family is in absolute panic. In a terrifying turn of events, Prince Harry suffered what insiders are calling a sudden emotional collapse, reportedly triggered by drug use and an explosive therapy session that spiraled out of control. A whistleblower from Harry's mental health team is now pointing fingers at Meghan Markle. According to them, years of emotional manipulation and a toxic power dynamic pushed the Duke to his breaking point. Was this a cry for help, or something far more dangerous? Stay with us, because what you're about to hear includes confidential revelations, leaked medical details, and accusations that could change the public's view of Harry and Meghan forever. Before we continue, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell for updates. It happened without warning. Just after midnight in Montecito, sirens pierced the stillness as a blacked-out ambulance rolled urgently through the gates of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's secluded estate. Lights flickered on across the hilltop neighborhood as emergency responders raced inside. Within minutes, Prince Harry, sixth in line to the British throne, was wheeled out unconscious, a heart monitor strapped to his chest. Paramedics moved swiftly. Time was against them. There was no official statement, no cameras, no press briefings, just a cold silence from the Sussex camp. But that silence didn't last long. By morning, sources close to the royal family were already whispering behind tightly sealed lips. Something was terribly wrong, and the truth would soon be impossible to bury, because this wasn't a random medical scare. According to at least one whistleblower from Harry's own mental health team, this incident was the culmination of months of internal crisis, unchecked psychological decline, and, most disturbing of all, a toxic emotional environment that had quietly pushed the Duke of Sussex to a breaking point. The blame, they say, lies not in genetics or stress, but in a relationship so fraught with manipulation, isolation, and control that even professionals felt powerless to stop it. The palace, blindsided and horrified, was notified in the early hours. King Charles was awakened by a senior advisor at Clarence House. His first question wasn't whether Harry would survive. It was Meghan with him? The silence on the other end of the line told him everything. From there, an emergency chain of communication was established. Prince William, reportedly in tears, canceled all public appearances. Princess, and stoic and sharp as ever, began demanding answers. And Queen Camilla? She simply stared at her husband and whispered, "It's happening again, isn't it?" But what, exactly, was happening? And why now? The whispers from behind the hospital curtain were chilling. Medical notes flagged irregularities in Harry's blood work. Combinations of antidepressants and anti-anxiety meds mixed with traces of alcohol and unidentified substances. His mental state? Agitated, paranoid, and disconnected. A professional psychiatrist present during the initial intake was said to have asked Meghan Markle to leave the room twice before giving up entirely, citing hostile energy that was impeding medical protocol. It was no longer just a personal crisis. It was a collision of public health, royal duty, and private destruction. And it only got darker from there. Within 24 hours, a whistleblower, a former member of Harry's inner therapeutic circle, contacted journalists through encrypted messages. Their message was urgent. If you want to save him, this is your last chance. What followed was a cache of notes, memos, recordings, and documented sessions that painted a harrowing portrait of a man unraveling under psychological pressure no one truly understood. They described therapy sessions that devolved into blame games, emotional manipulation disguised as support, and a pattern of control by a partner who allegedly knew exactly how to keep Harry compliant, until something snapped. That snap, according to the whistleblower, was triggered during a heated confrontation just days before the hospital incident. The details are still emerging, but multiple sources confirm that Harry, after months of isolation, tried to contact his old military friends and a distant royal cousin. Meghan, upon finding out, allegedly accused him of betrayal and staged what was described as a night-long psychological standoff. By morning, Harry had spiraled into a panic episode that ended with a crash, literal and metaphorical. And yet, the public remains largely unaware of the true nature of this breakdown. News headlines cautiously use words like medical scare and emotional fatigue, careful not to stir the hornet's nest of royal legal teams and PR advisors. But the truth, as always, resists being buried. Because what we're seeing now is not just a family emergency. It's a mental health reckoning with international implications.